You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County, Monday through Wednesday at 10 a.m. and Thursday at 11 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world listening to the sound of my voice. It's a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. Yes, it is. 75 degrees going up to a high of 85. So it's going to be a little bit warm today. It's going to be feel like summer a little bit. So happy to be here with you today. They can't think of no other place I'd rather be than here talking with you. Hope you're having a wonderful day as always. Hey, got news for you today as always, but before I do that, I'm gonna tell you what National Day is. Today is National. Now listen, before I tell you what this is, let me just say this. I know that all the days I announce have something to do with food, right? I get it, but these are the days that come up for me on the calendar. Like there's a national Okay, so all right, so. Today is, okay, I'm going to give you 2 days. I'm going to give you two things today. So the National Rocky Road Day, which is ice cream. I know, that sounds amazing, right? But it's also National Bubba Day. What is Bubba Day? Now, I did have I had some favorite uncles, but one of my favorite uncles, his name was Uncle Bubba. So I'm going to go with National Bubba Day because of Uncle Bubba. But it's also National Rocky Road Day. Now, I'm not saying go out and eat a gallon of ice cream. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just telling you what the National Day is. So if you like Rocky Road, today is your day to be able to eat something. If you've been trying to keep it down and just kind of, you know what I mean? But, if you want some Rocky Road, today's the day. And also today is National Bubba Day. So National Bubba Day is a shout out to my Uncle Bubba. All right, listen, I'm going to get started with our horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Mike Thiason. Today is Tuesday, June the 2nd. Yep, we're in June, y'all. We at the middle, at the halfway mark for the year. Next thing you know, it'll be Christmas. Thanksgiving, then Christmas. I know. I hope by then that we are back to some kind of normal. Just some kind of normal. You know what I'm saying? I pray that we are. Anyway, let's keep it moving. We're going to start off with, as we always do, and that's with the sign of Aries, the Ram. You may find that someone you live with may be irritable. Your best to leave them alone. Travel should open doors that lead to exciting new adventures. Okay. Time is money, and you must be ready to take action in order to reach your highest potential. Time is money, baby. And if the folks irritable at home, leave them alone. You go to your side of the house, let them stay in their side of the house and wallow in their mess, because only they can fix whatever's bothering them. You can't fix it, so don't try. Let them do their thing. In the meantime, you focus on that dollar bill, because at that point, you can reach your highest potential. Yes. Taurus, try to keep an open mind. You've been a little down and you need a lift. You are exceptional at presenting your ideas. Well, you know what? If you're exceptional at that, Taurus, if that's what you're exceptional at, you may want to think about doing some webinars or some training online. Like right now, virtual is taking over. Like virtual everything. Virtual this, virtual that. So if you're excellent at, if you're exceptional at presenting your ideas, think about how to take some of the ideas and turn it into an online course or something, a webinar. And if you want to, you need a little extra cash, that could be a way for you to do it. Like I got a whole academy coming out in a couple of months. I'm excited about that. It's all virtual because I realized, here's the thing I realized. I needed to scale my business, right? And I looked at all the different ways to scale my business. And the way that popped out the best for me to scale, because I do podcasting. Yes, I do 2. Now I'm about to be doing 3 because I love this space. But when I look at how to scale that, I'm not at the level to scale those podcasts yet. However, I am at a level to schedule all the knowledge inside my head. And I have 23 years worth, y'all, inside of my head. When it comes to this whole entrepreneurship thing, 23 years inside my head. And so I could take all that and put it in a course. And I was like, okay, how can I scale to get to where I want to get to with a course? So Taurus, if you are exceptional at presenting your ideas, think about taking those ideas and turning them into some kind of course or some kind of webinar or something like that, because that could be a great way for you to create a new stream of income for yourself. And that's just me talking. That wasn't Michael. He stopped at presenting your ideas. I had to go there, though. Gemini, get involved in activities that will bring you knowledge about foreign land, philosophies, or cultures. Your bank book will suffer and your restrictions will put a damper on your relationship. Try not to make waves. Listen. Whew, your bank book is gonna suffer. Look, I don't know how to tell you not to make your bank book suffer, but I'm gonna tell you to try, Gemini. Just try. Try not to make it suffer. I don't know what that means though. Cancer, don't be too hard on your mate. Don't push your opinions on others today, or you may find yourself in the dog house. Your pursuits may end up being fruitless. Listen, don't be too hard on your mate. Cut him some slack. Cut her some slack, right? Don't push your opinions off on other people today, because you're going to end up in the doghouse. Listen, it's your opinion. Keep it to yourself today. Today is not the day to share. Definitely not try to push them on folks. Don't do it. You're going to end up in the doghouse. Leo, you can make money if you put your mind to it. Travel for business will be advantageous. Insincere gestures of friendliness are likely to occur. Watch out for the fake folks, Leo. Watch out for the fake folks. And you know, Leo, whatever you put your mind to, you can achieve. If you put your mind to making some extra money, it's going to happen for you. But you got to put your mind to it. Got to put your mind to it. And travel for business going to have some advantages, baby. I don't know what they are, but it could be advantageous. So think about that as well. Be safe when you travel. Y'all, I'll talk about this on the other side. Just stay tuned. I'll talk about it when I get to the other side, after I do the horoscopes. All right, I'll tell you about my adventure, because I went on an adventure. To me, it was. To everybody else, it may not be so, but for me, it was an adventure, and I'll tell you why after I finish the horoscopes. Virgo, this could be a difficult day to deal with coworkers. Be sure not to reveal private information to the wrong individuals. Confusion could result when communicating with others. Here's the thing, Virgo. It's your business. Keep it to yourself. If it's private, keep it private. Don't share it with nobody else. Keep it private. Don't tell nobody. All right? All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after this song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Thyssen. You listen to the Good Morning Gwinnett show. Stay tuned.
Isn't it funny? We came to that. I thought I won you over, but you were holding back. Isn't it funny? You could not care less. How you took those words back, now I'm just a mess. I'm running away from escaping dreams of yesterday. Convincing me this cannot be. Trying to find another way. Yeah, I think my head always knew it, but I didn't tell my heart. Let go, I couldn't do it without falling apart. So give me something now. Oh, oh. Give me a fix, tell me if it's whatever that's wrong. So give me something now. Oh, oh. Give me a fix, tell me if it's whatever that's wrong. Isn't it funny how much you mean to me? I can get my head around how we used to be. You said you love me, and I gave my heart. You cannot care less, you were tearing me apart. Oh, I'm running away from escaping dreams of yesterday. Oh, convincing me this cannot be. Trying to find another way. Yeah, I think my head always knew it, but I didn't tell my heart. Let go, I couldn't do it without falling apart. So give me something now. Oh, oh. Give me a fix, tell me if it's whatever that's wrong. So give me something now. Oh, oh. Give me a fix, tell me if it's whatever that's wrong. Yeah. So give me something now.
Welcome back to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by notary astrologer Micah Thyssen. We're going to pick it up with Libra. Financial affairs do not look too favorable today. Trips will be enjoyable, and communication with your lover will clear up any misconceptions. You may be confused regarding your love life. Okay, listen. If finances don't look too good today, it's okay, because there's always tomorrow. Don't get too down on yourself. Just do your best to make it better. You know what I mean? It don't look too good for a lot of folks right now. You are not alone, Libra. You are not alone. There are some people that are really, 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 really messed up right now. So you're not alone. But this too shall pass, and we shall all be better. Got to keep that positive mindset. You know what I mean? Scorpio, minor health problems will flare up if you don't take care of yourself. Try to bend, but by no means should you give in completely. Try to mix business with pleasure while traveling. Okay, listen. You ain't got to give in. You got to compromise a little bit, though. Just bend a little bit. Don't give in completely. You want to compromise. Everybody got to do their part. It's got to be a compromise. You know what I'm saying? Sagittarius, you must avoid gossip and focus on what you have to do. Work quietly on your own. Stay calm and focus on the things that will help you understand the situation better. Listen. Do avoid gossip. Just leave it alone. Gossip doesn't help anybody. It doesn't. It brings down your energy. It brings down the energy of the universe. Don't gossip. It's not going to help you today. And I know we're all guilty of it, but still don't make it right. I'm guilty sometimes as well, but still don't make it right. Capricorn, you could find yourself left with someone's dirty laundry. You can be sure that any dealing with large institutions should go well. You need to concentrate on solving existing problems. Let me tell you something. Let folks wash their own dirty laundry. I want to say something else, but it's a family show. I was a little bit off the hinge yesterday. I kind of went past the family level, but I'm not going to do that today. So you let people take care of their own dirty laundry, Capricorn. You know what I'm saying? Aquarius, be sure not to reveal private information to the wrong individuals. A lot has changed, and so have you. A little rest would do wonders. Listen, Aquarius, I just said this to somebody a second ago in one of the other horoscopes. Keep your business to yourself. If it's private, keep it private. That way, because you don't know who the wrong individual is. You may think it's the person you trust the most with that particular piece of information, and they slip up and let it out. So you don't know who that is. You may think you know what you don't know. I heard a story about this girl. She was talking about, she said that she got, I think, a prophetic message that someone was going to try to sabotage her or turn their back on her or something. So she went to the friend, because it was a good friend, like, girl, somebody going to try to sabotage. I wonder who it is. And they were talking about it, and guess who it was? It was her. Now they're no longer friends. But see how crazy that is? So you don't know who that person is. Just keep it to yourself. That's all right. Just hold it. You can hold it. Trust yourself. Keep it to yourself. And my fellow fish Pisces, rest and relaxation may be required. Minor health problems will prevail if you don't watch your diet. I'm trying. I'm doing my best. Confusion is apparent, and you'll need some sound advice if you want to do things right. Don't take your frustrations out on the ones you love. I really do that. Some of us do. I really do. I kind of go in a corner. I like to escape them. I like to escape my frustrations and go in a corner somewhere and be really quiet and just like let it, because I flip out. They know I flip out. So I don't do that. I try very hard not to anyway. All right, so that's all the horoscopes I got for today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by notary astrologer Micah Thyssen. Now let's go ahead and get on to some news you can use, because it's news you can use. So the report came out yesterday about George Floyd's death, and it's ruled a homicide. It was a homicide. So what happened was the family did an independent autopsy, and when they did their independent study, they found that he died from suffocation. Right. Now the coroner, the medical coroner, the one for the town or the state or whatever, he said something about heart failure and all this other crap. Now all of those things could be true, but guess what? If the man was down there for like 8 minutes with no oxygen, everything was gonna stop. So whether you want to say it or not, the police killed him. Here's what I did not know. I did not know it was like 3 other cops behind the car on his back. So they suffocated him to death. Like we see the one with the knee on the neck. We didn't see the other 3 because all we could see is his head that was on his back and his legs. Like that is straight up murder. And so, I just pray that they get what they deserve, which is not anything good. My heart still goes out to the family, and my heart goes out to all of the businesses that were affected because of the protests. You know, I know these people didn't have anything to do with it. You know what I mean? And I know people are angry. Some people was just being, they were just being a mess because it was like they try to use this as an outlet. I get that too. So my heart goes out to the business owners, especially the small business owners. Because here's the problem. You had 5 police officers. There was 1 on his neck, 3 on his back, and 1 standing up there watching, right? They are the cause of everything that's going on right now. It's their fault. It's their fault because they caused this mess that we're in right now. It's important. Remember, Georgia gave us the word yesterday, important. It's important that you understand some of the consequences that your actions could have on everything and everybody else around you. See, they were just evil at heart, right? The man was handcuffed. He didn't put up a fight, but because they were just evil because they're evil. When you could just do stuff like that for no good reason, you're evil. You're just a demon. That's what you are, and that's what they were. He's a black man, and they're evil. When it comes to black people, there are a lot of people who just don't like us for the color of our skin. What does that say about you? You're evil. That's what that says. So just in case you don't know what I'm telling you, there are 5 men who killed 1 man. They all killed him, in my opinion. They all should suffer. They all should do time. They should go to prison. Originally, I said they should get the death sentence. I don't think they should. I think they should go to prison so they can wake up every day and realize what they've done. Every day for the next 95 years, they need to wake up and realize what they've done. They need to be punished. I think if our local government start punishing these people, everybody else would think twice about the stuff that they do. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not going to get all emotional and flip out today because I don't want to. But I just feel that, you know, we're living in a time right now that we don't all come together. We're going to destroy the United States of America because we're not a United States of America right now. We're very ununited, which is sad. And here's the worst part. We have leadership at the very top who is not trying to unify us. He's the head of the demons. I don't care who don't like it. I'm just saying. Because why would you tell governments to get violent, get aggressive, show them who you are? That's not what you're supposed to do. You're at the top of you're at the top. You're supposed to try to bring us together as a country. But you're going to get on national platforms and say stuff like, you got to show them that you don't look like a jerk. Everything is about vision for him, what you look like. That's why we're falling apart. That's why when it's time to cast your vote, make sure you cast it for the right person. Make sure you cast it for the person that's going to bring us together. I have white friends who reached out to me, quite a few, to say, hey, I'm just checking on you. And I love you all for that. Trust me, I do. Because you didn't have to do that. And it lets me know that you care about me as a person. To reach out and say, hey, I'm just checking on you. Because I know what they want to say right now, we going through hell. I get it. And it hurts when I see black men, black women just die for no reason. Because somebody was just evil at their core and decided they was going to kill them. They're going to use their badge to kill them. I think they should all go to jail for like 95 years. I don't think they should ever be up for parole. And I think they need to wake up every day and realize what they did was wrong. Because right now, I'm sure they're sitting back somewhere, not realizing what they did. You know what I mean? I need them to understand what you did was wrong. Maybe they do now because they've lost their jobs. They're getting death threats. And I don't wish death on anybody. You know, not really, unless you deserve it, unless they say, hey, you're guilty, we're going to give you the death penalty. But that's not for me to decide. I'm not the judge or the jury. But I do believe they need to serve time. I mean, real time. 3rd degree, you sit there intentionally and you choke the man out till he died. And you want to give him 3rd degree? No, 1st degree murder and life without parole. That's what they should get. And for our leader who's sitting up there telling the governors to tell the law enforcement to just do what you got to do because you don't want to look like a jerk. Not only are you putting the citizens in danger, I know they're doing some stupid stuff right now because they're pissed because of stuff, and I want to say some of the stuff like this. But that's not what you're supposed to be saying, Mr. President. You're supposed to pull us together. Because while you telling people to do that kind of stuff, do you realize that not only are you hurting the people in the public, those cops' family, they may not even been nothing like him. He just might have been an a-hole. All 5 of them. What if they had innocent family members who were nothing like them? Now they're suffering because of the actions of the 5 cops. Understand, the word of the week is important. It's important for you to understand the consequences of your actions. It's important, Mr. President, for you to understand what you say to some groups of people really matter. So if you're saying things that means more violence than what we already have, you're saying the wrong stuff. I'm telling everybody to go vote. Your vote needs to count. You don't need to sit back. If you're out at the park, at the beach, at the pool, at Walmart, because everybody went to Walmart. I don't care what nobody said. Everybody went to Walmart and Sam's Club and Costco. Go to the poll and cast your votes. We have to. We are the United States of America, not the un-United States of America. We are the United States of America, not the un-United States of America. And unless we do something about our government that has us ununited, we're going to fall apart. And the world is, and this is what you should be worried about. The world is laughing at us because they're not ununited. They're not killing their citizens unnecessarily. Yes, they're fighting off a pandemic, but they're not ununited. They're not, the government is not saying, hey, just go out there and shoot everybody. They're not doing that. We are the un-United States of America. And until we get government officials that care about all of us, I'm talking about all of us, we're going to suffer and we're going to fall apart. And I'm going to Africa because guess what? I can go to Africa and live and I'll be just fine. Because you know what? I'm black. I'll be back after the sun to give you more of the rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Stay tuned.
Come find me in the night. We both know when it's right. Babe, I can ease your mind, but I want it my way. Come meet me in the crowd. Everything is allowed. Your mind is running wild, but we'll do it my
Welcome back. So there was a protest downtown Lawrenceville last night, and it was peaceful. It ended peacefully, and it ended in prayer. And that's what we need. We needed that. They didn't tear up anything, thank God. I live in Lawrenceville, and I'm so grateful that they wanted to end peacefully and in prayer, because we've seen what has happened across the United States with protesters. And so, I get it. For some people, this is just a reason. Like, they could really care less probably about what's going on. This is a reason for them to act stupid. I get it. And then some people would, they go back to history and say, well, they burnt down Wall Street, Black Wall Street. I get all of that. We have moved past that. You still have to live in these places. Why would you want to tear up where you live? That's the part I just don't get. I get the whole protest because I feel the pain for that family. I have 2 nephews and a husband, and he has a brother and nephews, and it would break my heart. And I have godsons, and they have kids. It would break my heart if something like that happened to my family. So I get it, right? But you don't want to tear up where you live. Because now, when they say, what, we're not coming in and fixing up anything. Everybody just move out, and we're going to leave it looking like a deserted island. Now you got to live there with nothing. Who wants to? I don't want to live like that. So, I applaud the people who protest last night downtown Lawrenceville, and I really, really do applaud them for taking a stand for what they believed in, and I also applaud them for not tearing up stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was peaceful. It ended with prayer. Black Lives Matters. Can't breathe, no justice, no peace, and more. That was the message. And we wouldn't have to go through this if people just, I don't get it, but I get it. We just got people who are just evil. I was talking to my friend. We went, so I want to tell you about, I will tell you about this on the other side. So yesterday I ventured out, because I have not ventured out anywhere really. So I've been doing a little bit more venturing out over the last couple of weeks. Yesterday, I went to the Universal Joint downtown Lawrenceville and had lunch. Oh my God, it felt, I'm not going to even lie, y'all, it felt so amazing. It was just, first of all, the weather was beautiful. Like, it wasn't hot, the wind was blowing, and they have outside seating, so the tables were spaced far apart. So it was people there, but the tables were spaced out far apart. And so it was just amazing. Like, it felt great. But anyway, I was downtown having a lunch with my friend Georgette, and everybody was so nice. And there was a cop there, and I'm assuming he was with his parents, but everybody was just so nice and so peaceful. And I said, man, can you imagine if the world was like this all everywhere? There's some beautiful places in this world that I would love to visit that I would never go because I don't feel safe. I'll never go. I look at TV, I watch different shows, and just beautiful, beautiful places that I'm like, man, I would love to go there, but I'll never go because I, as a black woman, don't feel safe going into certain places. I, as a black woman, don't feel safe going into certain places here in Georgia. Like, there are towns, people have told me, white folks have told me, don't go there. And I'm like, really? If they're telling me not to go, then I shouldn't go. Why? Because it's full of a bunch of crazy folks. Because I'm black. You know what I'm saying? So we were sitting there, and it was such a beauty. We sat there for about 3 hours and just talked and just, had some great food at the Universal Joint. So if you've never gone to the Universal Joint downtown on Pike Street, go to Universal Joint, get the spicy chicken egg roll. The spicy egg, it is delicious. It's like an egg roll that's filled with chicken and grapes and cream cheese. It is absolutely delicious. And it comes with a mango chutney. When I tell you delicious, it's delicious. And it's not very fattening. And so, and all you need is that as a meal. I had hummus too, though. But I had to bring the hummus home. Like, hadn't been out in so long. I ordered like 2 dishes. Like, yeah, I want the hummus and I want the spicy chicken roll. Right? Then I couldn't eat but a little bit of the hummus, but I ate it for dinner. But, we were just talking about how nice it would be to just be able to go anywhere we want to in the world. And I know some people say, I'm going to go anyway. There are places in this world I would never go, like Russia. And I've seen some beautiful places in Russia. I'll never go to Russia. It just won't happen. I probably would never go to China. Just won't happen. And I have a manufacturer. My manufacturer is in China. Like, I have a company that I started in 1999. My manufacturer is still in Hong Kong. Been my manufacturer for 21 years. I email them. I talk to them. I have never gone to China and probably will never go to China. They've been my manufacturer for 21 years. And they're a good company, good people. I just don't feel safe going to certain places. So, it was nice to get out yesterday. That was an adventure for me because, I lost people to the coronavirus. So I have been very, very afraid to go out like that in public. I wore my mask. I took the mask off when I was sitting talking to Georgia and we were eating. But I put it back on as I walked out. So, but it wasn't a lot of people, but the people that were there, we were spaced out far enough that you can kind of feel like, okay. And we were outside, like we didn't eat inside. We ate outside on the patio, which is it was really nice, y'all. And so I had a great time. But anyway, we had a peaceful protest yesterday downtown Lawrenceville. And so that's what we need to do. Protest, but protest in peace. Because we're destroying what we have. And then you got to go back and fix it up. We're already in a pandemic. Already trying to get money right now for people to live, just regularly live. And then business owners trying to stay afloat because people are not spending money. Then you go tear this stuff up. Like, that's not good. And anybody who encourage you to kill, destroy, I'm not with that. So say what you want to say. I'm not with it. I'm with the protest. I'm with standing up. But here's my other thing, too. I feel like we have to do more. I feel like we have to unify more to do more. We can't wait till these things happen. Like once it died down, everything died down. But we have to do more. The conversation has to keep going. The one thing I could tell you, I was talking to Derek Wilson, who's running for commissioner in District 3, which is a district in which I live. And one of the things he said he wanted to, that was on his agenda, was always bringing more training, sensitivity training to our law enforcement so they know how to handle these situations. Because here's the thing. Even though they need sensitivity training, they need to know like what's going on in their life. Because I understand sometimes you're at home, you have a high stress job. They're police officers. They put their life on the line just like every day for us. I get that part because I had a chance to talk to some of them, which gave me a whole new understanding of the work they do, right? Because I was able to talk to them. I was able to walk through a simulation in a case where there was a guy wielding a knife coming towards me, and what I had to do to defend myself, and I fell, so I would have died if I was in the line of fire. I would have died. However, there was no simulation when a man is handcuffed, you throw him on the ground, and you choke him to death. There was no simulation for that. You don't need one because that's obviously wrong. So Derek J. Wilson, who's running for District 3, Commissioner of District 3, which is my district where I live, that's one of the agendas, one of the things that's on his agenda is to make sure that there's enough sensitivity training for our law enforcement officers. So they understand how to deal with people, not just people who have done bad things, but there are people out there with mental illnesses that you don't even know they had. So how do you deal with that, right? There was a young man who died a couple of years ago, had no clothes on, had no weapon, had nothing. He died. They shot him because he was running around, but he had a mental illness. And they killed him. He was unarmed. He didn't even have clothes on. And they killed him. Why? He didn't have a knife. He didn't have a stick. He didn't even have a nail. He had nothing. That's lack of training, right? Also, people in law enforcement need to be able to go somewhere and seriously talk about issues. And this is the training. If you are feeling some kind of way about something, before you hit the streets with an attitude because things are not working out wherever you are, you need to go talk about that, because that's another thing. I believe that when they're stressed out about other things in their lives, whether it be their career, their family, their money, whatever it is, the thing they do is take it out in the streets. And then the first time they run into the wrong person, that person is caught in a bad situation. Now, that probably could have been avoided, but we don't know what the cop was thinking when that happened. We don't know the state of mind he was in, right? So I think all of these things need to come into play. So to my commissioners out there, sensitivity training, yes, but also you need to tell the law enforcement that they need to let someone know when they're having a moment. If you need a break for a second, take a break for a second. If things are not working out at home, if they're not working out in your finances, take a minute. But do not go out on the street and then the first person you run across. Now, here's the thing. It normally happens to the first black person you run across. And I've never seen it happen to the first white person. I've never seen it happen. I have not. No, I'm just saying. And you take that out on them because you're stressed out for other reasons. There was a picture floating around social media, and it had 3 white guys who had killed 30 people, and then had 3 black guys who had killed nobody. If you would have looked at that picture, you would have thought that 3 black guys, they had beat them till you couldn't hardly recognize them. That's how bad they got beat. The 3 white guys that killed the 30 people, they look just like the way they went in there. Not a scratch on them. Why is that? Why is that? I'm going to get off this subject. I'm going to move on to some more news. So let's move on to some more news, because I could be on this all day. And I have a news show coming out called Global Conversations. And we'll be talking about a whole lot of stuff, not only in the United States, but around the globe. It's coming out soon. So that'll be in July. So stay tuned for that. I also have the Impact Marketing broadcast podcast that I just launched. So listen, I told y'all I love this industry. I see where it's going. I'm glad to be a part of it. And I'm going to ride this wave until I can't ride it no more. Good Morning Gwinnett is my baby. Impact Marketing is my second baby. And Global Conversations is going to be my third baby. So these are my 3 children outside of my 2 babies that I have. All right? Let's keep it moving. Because let's change the subject, y'all. Because I could be on that all day. And I won't. The Global Conversations, yeah, that's probably going to be, because I'm co-hosting that with someone. And I'm excited about that. We had the conversation yesterday, so I'm excited about that. All right, so the ATL board approves Gwinnett Transit Plan, next step, and November vote. They finally got something approved. Now it's going on the ballot. A regional board has given the okay to Gwinnett County's transit proposal, another step forward getting transit expansion on the ballot in November. The ATL board signed off on Gwinnett's proposed project list last Wednesday, which includes 99 projects that would cost an estimated $6.7 billion if all were to be built. That's a lot, right? 99 projects? What are they? Like, that's a lot of first of all, $6.7 billion. But second of all, like, how long will it take them to build out 99 projects? That's a lot. County commissioners will meet with Gwinnett mayors Thursday to update them on the proposal. Then they will have to go back to the ATL board with the list of specific projects that will be on the ballot. If they decide to move forward with the vote, commissioners have said previously that the decision needs to be made by July 21st in order to get on the November ballot. So they got a lot. They still have a lot to. They still have a lot to talk about, and they got to get this all hashed out by July 21st, so they can get on the November ballot. And when it goes on the November ballot, then the people get to vote on it. Listen, your vote matters. Trust me when I tell you that. You don't think it matters, it matters. So whatever you're feeling, this is your opportunity to say, you know what, I do or I don't. Whatever it is, whichever way your pendulum swings, you make it count at the ballot. So go vote, whatever way you want to vote. I know there's some people who say, yes, I want transit. Others who say, no, I don't want transit. Your vote matters. All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to give you more of the rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Stay tuned.
My heart and soul.
Welcome back. Listen to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. I'm your host, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. So a lot of the candidates, they did a forum with the Gwinnett Chamber of Commerce last week, and they were talking about, Gwinnett Place Malls. For those of you who don't know about it, it's been vacant for some time now. And I actually talked to CID Executive Director Joe Allen week before last. We talked about this, but the building is sitting there. Macy's is still there because I went there not last year before last for Christmas to buy some stuff. So Macy's is still there. I think it may be 3 other stores, but it's a whole entire mall in Duluth. So it's kind of just sitting there. So apparently the company that owns it, which is a company called Moonbeam, they're kind of just sitting on it. And my belief is that they're sitting on it because they want to get the most money possible. They know that the longer they sit, the more money they can ask for, because it's an eyesore, right? It's on Pleasant Hill, right? There is a lot of traffic on Pleasant Hill. It would be nice to have a beautiful mall there, but it's not, and it's just it's just sitting there. But anyway, a lot of people that's running for commissioners and all these different offices, they all had something to say about what should be done with the mall. Some of the things where we should redo it, making it into a mall with more stores. Some say, I've heard stuff like put a cricket stadium there. One candidate say we should make it an arts entertainment center, which I think that would be amazing. I really do. I think because right where it's located, it's just a lot of traffic, and it would entertainment center. I think that would fit great in that space. I've heard somebody say we should do a mixed-use development space because malls don't really work anymore. I think that's what Joe actually said. I think they did a study, and they showed that malls don't really work, but mixed-use spaces work best. I like those as well. Like, I love mixed-use spaces. Like, if I was a single person, I would live in a mix. I would get a condo with storage downstairs. Oh, yeah, I would love that. Like I would, because so I'm a Pisces, so I could swing either way. I could be in the country living in a Victorian, or I could be in the city living in a condo. I could swing either way. That's just who I am. I bet you though, if I was single, I'd probably be in a condo living in a mixed use development, because I like them. I like the fact that everything is right there. I like the fact that you can get to know the people where you live. I'm very community oriented, just in case you haven't figured it out yet. So I want to get to know my neighbors, like for real. So anyway, they all had something to say about that. And I'm sure you're going to keep hearing this over and over, because right now, June 9th is literally next week. Monday is, I think, is it Monday or Tuesday? It's June 9th. Wednesday is June 9th. So you literally have to go out and vote if you have not mailed in your ballot or did early voting. It is the time for you to go out and vote in the primaries for who you want to run in November. This is your opportunity to do so. And so, if you want Gwinnett Place Mall to be revamped, get your people in there. Now, they've been sitting on this for a while. I think the last time I heard, Moonbeam was saying, you know what, we'll sell it to you, but we want $33 million, right? And the crazy part about it is Macy's own their space. It's another company that Joe told me about. They actually own their space, too. So, it's kind of weird. Like, Moonbeam might own, like, the inside, but the outside they don't own. And so the inside is what they're selling, which is crazy. I would think that the county could partner with Macy's and the other anchor stores, because those are called anchor stores, the other anchor stores, and they all buy it and then make something nice out of it. Because Macy's would definitely come off from a mixed-use development because they're already there. And whatever the other store is, I can't remember what it was. But anyway, there's a lot of talk about that because the election is coming up. There's something that's been on the agenda for pretty much everybody, along with transit. So we're going to talk about transit because we already know that transit is on everybody's agenda. There's some who want it. There's some who don't. It's just a lot. And it's a lot going on. David Buster's closed. One of the David Buster's closed near the Mall of Georgia. Now it's going to be slated to become warehouses. I don't know what kind of warehouses. Maybe that's going to be a job for people. Anyway, Gwinnett County officials approved a request to rezone the land on Venture Drive that held the arcade and Haverty's furniture outlet. Dave & Buster's closed in March of last year. Haverty's closed the store in December. Attorney Shane Lanham said a developer planned to build a 156,000 square foot warehouse on the property. So it's been rezoned for that. So that's going to turn into a warehouse. I don't know what that's going to look like. Now, I'm sure there's going to be some jobs in that, which is a good thing. He did not say how many jobs he expected to have development bring, but I'm sure it's going to bring some jobs because it's going to be a warehouse. It's going to have people there to work. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's going to probably be some kind of distribution center. So and we need jobs right now. Like with everything that's going on, we need jobs. And here's what I will say: if you're looking for a job, now is the time for you to be, upping your skills, making sure your resume is tight, making sure that your background check gonna come back right, making sure you got the proper ID, making sure that your references are good. All of this stuff need to be in place because we're gonna bounce back, right? We're in a funk right now, from the pandemic and the riots and all. So we're gonna bounce back because we are the United States of America. Right now we're ununited in certain parts, but we are the mighty United States of America. And we're gonna bounce back. When we bounce back, you need to be ready to bounce out. Like you need to be prepared for whatever it is you're trying to do. So anyway, Joe Allen, the director of the Gwinnett Place Community Improvement District, said there are already some warehouses in the area. The land in question is not part of the CID, but Allen said it's always better to have something fill empty space than leave it vacant. And so they're gonna fill it with a warehouse, but I guarantee that's probably gonna bring in a ton of jobs. Don't know how many, but it's probably gonna bring in opportunities. And so, and that's all the part of the transformation that's going on. Like they want to transform their area. This is how they're gonna start it. And so, this is an opportunity for you to get a job when they start to hire people, because it's going to be a warehouse. So warehouses probably need air conditioning and space. It's not like they need a whole bunch of stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and get on to some good news, y'all. Just because, I just been talking bad news, like, good news. So, well, okay, this is not so good news. Well, this is okay news, I guess. I guess you could say okay news. Our fireworks have been canceled. Oh, that's not good news for me, though. Because I like the fireworks. I go to the fireworks every year. Like, I love fireworks. So the 4th of July, some of the fireworks that had been intended to explode the Gwinnett skies around the 4th of July will still burst, but it will happen later than anticipated. So it's like a good news, bad news. They're going to do the fireworks. It won't be on the 4th of July. July 3rd, all of that stuff. Because Lawrenceville normally do theirs on the 3rd, and then Snellville does theirs on the 4th. Now, what's weird, right? I think I've never gone, that's not true. I went to Lawrenceville one time. For some reason, I always go to July 4th. Probably because on the 3rd, we're always preparing for a big cookout. I don't think we're going to cook out this year, because we had a cookout for Memorial Day. I think we're going to kind of just relax, especially now that I can't go to the fireworks. Anyway, Sugar Hill officials announced on Friday that their patriotic event, Sparks in the Park, will happen just a month later. So they're going to do it in August. It was originally scheduled for July 3rd, but because of the pandemic, they're still trying to get that under control. They're going to push it back to August 1st. So Sugar Hill is going to be August 1st. So some of the fireworks are going to go on, but some of them are going to be completely canceled. For a really good update on where your city may stand, go to Gwinnett Daily Post and check it out. You can find out who's doing what for the 4th of July. Otherwise, you're just going to sit home and get you some sparkles. When I was a little girl, we had sparkles. That was our thing, sparkles. Get you some sparkles. And, especially you got kids. Kids like sparkles. They don't make a lot of noise. They're pretty. That's what they are. They're just pretty. They don't make a lot of noise. All right, so Norcross want to know, would you attend public fall events? Oh, let me tell you something. I would. I feel like by the fall, we're going to have it under control. Norcross is planning ahead of the fall and hope this unprecedented health crisis will have disappeared or calmed down to a safe level. As the city looks towards planning the remaining 2020 events calendar, Norcross leaders want input from residents, visitors, and business owners on their interest in fall events. Specifically, the city wants to know, would you attend? Like, that's what they really want to know. Would you come out? And you know what, Norcross, I really believe they would, because people are out already. Like, we still kind of in the middle of the pandemic. People have said, I went out yesterday. I put my mask on. I got a Good Morning Gwinnett mask, y'all. It's cute. That was made by my friend Lamar Clark over there in Lawrenceville. He has a print shop, so if you need a mask, go online. He's my Facebook friend. It's Lamar Clark. If you need a mask with your logo on it, so I was out there repping Good Morning Gwinnett because I got a big old logo on the side. It's really cute too. I did a video. I'm gonna post a video later on the website because I did a video about me being outside because I haven't really been out like that. But anyway, people were out there, so my guess is that yes. I would say people are going to say yes to the fall events because they're out there with their mask on. I did see a lot of people with their mask on. So I got to give kudos to the people that were. There were a lot of people who did not. And I thought about this morning. And I think I need to go get tested because I was sick twice. I was sick right before I went to Podfest in March, sick as a dog, had a cold. At least I thought it was a cold. And right when I came back from Podfest, now remember, we were in Podfest. It was 1,000 people at Podfest. I was one of the speakers there. There were 1,000 people at Podfest. And I'm saying to myself, man, nobody got sick from Podfest? Well, I came home, Georgia and I both, because we were both sick when we got home. We probably had it. We didn't even know it. Because it just felt like a cold, but I was terrible. I just want to lay in the bed. I didn't have problem breathing and stuff like that. Like, I didn't have, my chest was hurting. I couldn't breathe, but twice. And I don't really get sick like that. I got sick before I left, and I got sick after I left, after I got back. So I need to go get tested and see if I have the antibodies. Because that's one of the things I thought about this morning. I see a lot of people with no masks on, right? And I think some of those people may have been tested and realized I had the antibodies, I can't get it again. Here's the thing. They have not said you can't get it again. That's the thing. Like, they have not said that, so I don't know for sure. But I feel like some of the people who are walking around with no mask on, they're doing it because they've got tested, they have the antibodies, and they don't feel like they can get it again. I need to go get tested. But when they was telling me how they test you, just the thought of them sticking some up my nose and like really scraping, like I just feel myself gagging thinking about that. But anyway, I think I'm gonna go get tested. All right, so anyway, if you have, you want to take the survey and say whether or not you would come out to a fall event in Norcross, you can do so. Go to ajc.com and click on the story there, because it's a long website. It's a Survey Monkey survey. And then you can do your survey there. You can answer the questions. It's 3 questions. It takes about, a few minutes to complete. And they want to know about outdoor events in August, September, and October. So you complete the survey. So go to ajc.com, click on county, click on Gwinnett, and you'll see the story there. Just click it there. All right, listen, that's all I got for you today. I'm going to go to my last song, and I'm going to come back. I'm going to close it out with my word of inspiration for the day. Stay tuned.
You know the drama.
Welcome back. So that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration, and here it is. Fun is still the best antidote to stress. Have some. Let me say that again. Fun is still the best antidote to stress. Have some. I had a good time yesterday having lunch with my good friend Georgette. It felt so good. And when I tell y'all, I slept like a baby because I didn't feel stressed out. I didn't feel like because I've been feeling some kind of way lately because I haven't really been going out the house, right? But I didn't feel like that yesterday. I slept so good. I came home, I folded clothes, I cleaned up, I just did all kinds of stuff, and I got in over 6,000 steps because my goal every day is 5,000 at least, because I sit down a lot because I do computer work. Like I'm either podcasting, which is computer, or I'm blogging, which is computer, or I'm researching, which is computer. So that's not a lot of me walking around. So my goal is always to try to hit 5,000 steps a day. Now, most days I fall short. However, yesterday I went over my 5,000. That's because I felt so energized from going out because I really had a nice time. It was really nice to sit out in the breeze and just enjoy lunch with my friend and just have a nice conversation and just release the stress that I was under, because I've still been under stress about different things when it comes to my business and trying to just clear my head about some things. So it was great. I slept like a rock. You hear me? Normally I can't go to sleep at night. I'm up to 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Not last night. I think the TV went off like 10:30 hours, and when I remember anything else after that, I was out like a light. So fun is still the best antidote for stress. So you're feeling stressed, do something fun. You can do it in a very safe way. I did yesterday. I did it in a very safe way, and I had a great time. And so try it out. Anyway, that's all I got for today. If you missed any episode of the show, please go to Good Morning Gwinnett and listen to the show there. Share the show with your friends. Follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett, and follow me on Twitter at GM Gwinnett. Also, give it 5 stars on iTunes if you like a Apple podcast, because I need those ratings to go up high, guys. So if you like any episode of the show, give that episode. You may not like all the episodes because I'll go on some rants, but the one that you do like, give it 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts, or just Google reviews. I appreciate that so much. I'll be back again tomorrow at, you know what time, 10 o'clock. And starting, I don't know if I'm starting this week because I got a guest Thursday. But starting on Thursdays, I'm going to be going to 10 o'clock in the morning as well, because now I need to be consistent across the board, so it's going to be 10 o'clock as well. So just stay tuned for that. But anyway, I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 o'clock to bring you more of the rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County, along with your daily horoscopes and your national holiday. Be safe and be good. And until next time, y'all, make it a great day. Bye now.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you missed an episode, go to www.goodmorninggwinnett.com to catch up. If you liked this episode, subscribe to the show now and share it with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit www.noisemedia.us.